those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Hello, everybody. Hey. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I had one of those weekends that didn't start off that great, but ended up being one of those weekends. It was like, hell yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was busy. You know, we just had Speed Weeks a couple weeks ago. Had the Daytona 500, and that usually kicks off the event weeks in Volusia County, Daytona Beach area. You know, one of the first radio stations I ever worked at was in Daytona Beach. It was right on Beach Street, right before you went across the Intercoastal. I need to remember to always put the comment section. What up, Jason Martin, Spice Boys Gold Mike Doorstop? How was your weekend, guys? So, yeah, I ended up working at 93.1 The Crow in Daytona, and that's when I finally, realized what the event weeks were about. I was new to radio, and I didn't understand how getting paid for live appearances worked. But, man, some of those radio guys, those DJs, now looking back on it. Iggy T, how was your weekend, Iggy T? Fish on Jay, how are you, my friend? But I learned real quickly, the events week, going out and doing promotions. I mean, you get $200-$300 for a 2-hour event, public appearance. It was good. And I'm going to get into that Spice Boys Gold Mike Doorstop. But yeah, I learned you go out there $200-$300. You get to meet chicks. Now, I'm not saying that the women are the highest quality. You got to remember, you're working at a very small or alternative rock station in Daytona Beach, but you still get some groupies that come out and they want to meet you and stuff. So I knew my friend Colton. You guys know Colton from the Bubba the Love Sponge show, formerly of the Bubba the Love Sponge show. My best friend. Stayed with him for about 2 years when I worked with Bubba. And he wanted to come over. And you got to remember, I stayed with him for 2 years rent-free. Never paid me anything. So Colton pretty much has an open door policy. If he's going to be on this side of the state, that he doesn't even have to ask. He can just call hey, I'm going to be in town. I need a place to stay. All right, cool. Yeah, you didn't charge me anything for 2 years. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anything about you wanting to stay. So he's driving all the way across the state. He's coming down 44. And this is how corny me and Colton are. We share each other's location so I can see where he's at. And I notice he's at a Circle K in DeLand, and he hasn't moved for quite some time. And then he finally calls me, and his bike's broke down. And he gave me this long list of things to be able to bring to be able to fix his bike. I bring it. He spent about another hour and a half after I got there trying to fix this. And it was the shifter on his bike, where you put your foot at and you shift the gears and stuff. That had gotten kind of worn out, kind of smoothed out the threads, so it wasn't catching. So he ended up having somebody come and pick up the bike, take it back to Tampa, and he stayed with me Saturday night, and I ended up driving him back Sunday, but I'll get to that. So we go out Saturday, probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. One of his friends, Casey has got a room right a block or two away from Main Street. He's on the 27th floor. Look, I don't care how rich I am. I just don't know if I would be able to spend the amount of money he did on that room and feel comfortable about it. But we went there, hung out, and then we went down the main street. And I got a video montage of going down on Main Street. And I got to tell you, I've been growing up around Bike Week all my life. I know that this probably isn't the best thing to admit, but like when we were working on the steel erection team, we'd take bets over under on how many people that were going to get like killed during Bike Week. I know we probably shouldn't. I know that's bad karma. But, you know, my dad's construction company, they also had a bunch of cranes that they would go out to the cabbage patch and they would get the crane. They would add all the extensions and everything on the crane. And they would put some like foreign, like Japanese bike, some rice burner. I know that's probably not like the politically correct thing to say, rice burner, but they would drop it from this big ass crane and it would catch into a ball of fire. And they did that every single year because everybody out there drives Harley. American made, even though probably half the parts in that probably aren't made in America. Bike Week's great. I'm going to head out there. I'm going to take advantage of the event week, especially Bike Week. I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a bunch of interviews. I got a video montage just to kind of give you an idea of what Bike Week is like. I came up with some ideas. I want to do red light interviews, especially going down A1A. A lot of the bikers are stopped at the red lights, and I want to go out and start interviewing them. I don't know how great that'll be. I might get beat up. But me and Colton were hanging out on Saturday. And we were like, all right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here at a certain time. We're getting out of here. So we're leaving Main Street. Main Street is the main area right there where all the bikers go through. All the bikers go there. And it was a little hectic. And right when we were leaving, and I got this in my video montage I'm going to play.
His life force on.
But when we're leaving, all these cops, they are just hauling ass down A1A to get to Main Street. And we're like, what the hell's going on, man? Somebody must have gotten shot. Officer got shot. Well, come to find out, there was this argument, and then it led to another thing where this guy was trying to rob somebody at Bike Week. Now, I know a lot of the locals like to take advantage of the tourists that come into town for the event weeks. You used to have, still got Speed Week, still got Bike Week. You used to have a little bit of a spring break, but that's almost gone. Black College Reunion. I mean, you had a lot of stuff that was going on down there. But the last event that you're wanting to go out and try to rob somebody is Bike Week. Just don't do it. It is not smart at all.
Fox 35's Matt Trezza is live for us on Main Street near where it happened. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Andrea. So
we left right out here. So me, Colton, his friend Casey, and everybody that came, we went out here and then we crossed across down on A1A to walk to where I parked the truck. And this happened like just a couple of minutes right after we left Main Street. And I'm glad that I wasn't around, but man, I'm also kicking myself in the ass. I was like, man, this would have been some great video.
Started at the Cruisin' Cafe behind me here on Main Street in Daytona Beach. That's where police say the victim and the suspect got into a fight before this shooting happened. Now, all of this happening on the first Sunday of Bike Week. That's when it happened.
Oh, by the way, security at any of the bars, cops, they were not checking for guns. And I know that we have concealed carry here in the state of Florida. We have stand your ground and all that good stuff. But I mean, all these clubs, especially in an establishment that sells nothing but alcohol, nobody was checking people walking into these certain establishments for guns. They weren't. Now, luckily, the guy that was getting robbed had a gun. I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, we need to get rid of guns and all this. But no. Guess what? Criminals do not pay attention to laws. So thank God this guy did have a gun on him.
500,000 bikers roll into town here. Police say the suspect sucker punched the victim during the fight. Well, later the victim and a friend were leaving the bar and the suspect confronted them in the...
If you're just joining me, welcome to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. If you're on any of the platforms, give me a liking. Hit that heart button, hit the thumbs button, hit the thumbs up button. It really does help me out with the algorithm. But if you're just joining me right now, I'm talking about my weekend in Daytona for Bike Week. Runs until next weekend. Colton's going to come again next weekend. Talked about how his bike broke down. I had to give him a ride back to Tampa. But yeah, we just missed this shooting.
Parking lot, this time holding a gun. Police say he tried to rob the victim and his friend, but that friend also had a gun and shot the suspect in the chest. That man was taken to Halifax Hospital, we are told, in stable condition.
And you know what? The guy, well, it all depends. I don't think the guy that shot the guy, because if they had already gotten into a fight, then the guy had time to cool down, then came back, that's on him. I don't think the guy that was getting robbed is going to get in trouble at all. I mean, who knows? Like, this is just initial reports.
Now, detectives say this is an ongoing investigation. They say the victim and his friend who did the shooting are both cooperating with police at this point. And they, at this point, police say they are...
Like I said, they were not patting people down for guns. Walking into these various establishments were out there.
Searching for any witnesses to what happened to also help give them more information about this shooting.
All right, so we had that, and I'm gonna get to the little montage because, and guys, don't think, oh, Tuddle, you didn't go out and interview any people. No, guess what? I wanted to check the polls of how it was like this year because this is one of the first years since the pandemic that everybody is out there now, and I just wanted to like kind of feel out how it was going. I'm gonna get out there. Like I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna go to the Cabbage Patch. I'm gonna cover the coleslaw wrestling and all those events. I'm gonna get out there and do some red light interviews. I got tons of ideas. But before I get into the montage that I put together, it's more of a visual thing. A lot of eye candy. I did not get a strike against me, but there was this one chick, one of these beer girls that had this gimmick where she could, like, you know, how Terry Crews, the big muscular black dude that can do the pec lifts. Oh man, she's got the gimmick. Before I get into that though, another violent mishap, not a mishap, just a violent act that happened during Bike Week. A couple, not just one person, two people were stabbed to death near Main Street in Daytona Beach.
Concern right now is that police haven't said if this is a targeted attack or if this was just a random attack. Now, there is still a heavy police presence this morning in this area. I'm at the intersection of Wild Olive and Riverview. As I was coming here, some of the roads were still blocked off to through traffic. And then right over my shoulder to the right, you can still...
I mean, if you are going to go and do something, you want to disappear into the crowd. I mean, the first weekend, it was still pretty busy this weekend, but it's only going to ramp up. And you're going to see these like things that are happening, but I don't know. This just sounds a little bit more like nefarious to me.
Still see the crime scene unit here, the mobile command post as officers investigate. And then over my left shoulder, one of the patrol cars still stationed on the street. Again, police working to figure out what led to this attack, what prompted this attack, and then working to get that information out to the community. Officers say a husband.
And look, you should be able to go to one of these events and not have to like keep your head on a swivel. But I'm sorry, man. Like, the women that come out and serve at the bars, the circuit girls that come out to these events, they come for the money. And just like any of the other people, the criminals, they plan around, hey, guess what? Bike Week is in Daytona. We got a week that we can take advantage of all the marks that are coming in that are not going to be paying attention. They're not going to be aware of their surroundings. And people do take advantage of it.
And wife were stabbed multiple times and their throats were slashed as they were riding their bikes home from Main Street. Now, that's a central area for...
All right. So this happened, I think, about the same time as the shooting. And that's where all the cops were at. And to stab and slice somebody's throat, I mean, that is just more of a intimate crime. Like, you got to be right up on somebody to get to jump on two people. That's also the other thing. They wait. They wait until you get overserved, inebriated. You know, I got roofied one time in downtown Orlando, hanging out with Rozzy Franco. Like, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, why would somebody roofie a dude? No, for a while, there are a lot of people that do that. They would see the tourists. They would think tourists that would come into Orlando, and they would roofie a couple, wait for them to leave and take advantage of them. And that's happened to me as well, too. So don't think that these criminals aren't thinking about this.
Daytona Beach Bike Week. Police have not said at this point if this was connected to Bike Week. Still working to find that information out. The couple was found less than a mile away here on North Wild Olive. After 1 a.m. Sunday, someone called 911 after finding the couple in the road, thinking it may have been a hit and run. Police quickly learned that was not the case. People who live here.
Oh, yeah, hit and run. My car just reached out and stabbed and cut these people's throats. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. Like, are they overwhelmed? Is this a part of defund the police and stuff? Like I said, nobody was really checking for firearms down on Main Street. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. But I don't know. And look, Sheriff Mike Chitwood does a great job with this police force. So I'm not, like, singling them out at all.
Say that they are terrified.
By the way, if you want to give me a call here, if you went out to Bike Week this past weekend, give me a call. I would love to hear what you thought. 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044.
My wife's not leaving the house by herself. I can tell you that right now. And obviously,
you got an old style, like Chicago Black Sox or White Sox tattoo? Because that's old style. He's got the big S with the O and the X there.
It was a man and a woman, so I mean, it makes you think that even the both of us are, you know, how safe is our neighborhood?
These people were completely fucked up, I bet. Like, how does somebody get the drop on two people? You know, like, if this is a serial killer, he's going to go after the guy first and then, you know, kind of deal with the woman later. But man, how do you get the drop on two people like that? That's why I said these people had to have been drinking. 407-270-3044. If you're in the chat room right now, give me a liking, hit the thumbs up, hit the heart button, whatever it may be on whatever platform you're watching right now. It does help me out.
And the names of the victims have not been released. Police are releasing limited details at this point about who may be responsible. They believe it was a person.
Stand by. I got my video, just a little bit of a montage to give you an idea of what the first night of Bike Week was like.
Man wearing white or light colored pants and a backpack. Again, this happened around 1 a.m. Sunday morning. So police are saying if you were in the area, think you saw something, please contact them so they.
All right. So the thing about the video I'm about to play for you, because I did post a small little excerpt from one of the bartenders that was wearing something that was, she had a gimmick where she was like lifting up the boobs and stuff. And YouTube, like, they didn't give me a strike or anything, but they did kind of like, all right, you can't do that. Can't do that at all. So like I said, I'm going to go out and do this is just a little bit of a taste of me being out on Main Street. And yeah, I was kind of creep shotting a little bit. And I did get a, like, yeah, nothing good does happen after midnight. But this is Main Street. Vanilla Ice was down there as well, too. I did not get a video of him. That side by side. That's also the other thing. There were so many people that were driving around without tags on any of the vehicles. That guy does have a tag. All the bikes that are out here, man. So here, and that's the other thing, man. If you own a portalet business, you are making a lot of money right now. because those portalets are out there, and it's amazing what like some of the portalets, like they've made some advancements when it comes to portalet technology. At Bike Week 2022, this is the first weekend of Bike Week. All these, man, I don't even know like if I feel comfortable leaving my bike, but I know everybody's doing it. All right, so this is Colton's friend Casey. He was the one that spent, you know what, I'll say it, spent like $650 on his room. It was nice though. So what's the craziest thing you've seen so far? You've been here all day, right? You know what, look, Casey's a rugged dude, and I don't think he's going to be pissed. So you know what ended up happening? He ended up getting this room, but it was for April, like, so it was for April 5th. He booked the room for April 5th, thought he was getting a great deal, but showed up March 5th. And it was like 3 times what he thought it was going to be. What was he going to do? So that's why he ended up paying as much as he did. Sorry, Casey. I'm not trying to put you on blast.
I mean, I've seen multiple titties.
Yeah.
So we're good there.
What's your favorite bike you've seen? So such horrible questions.
Probably the trike that it was on airbag. You shot all the way down.
Oh,
it's pretty cool.
I didn't even know what it was. I laughed like I thought it was a big deal. What's the worst bike you've seen?
I saw a dude on a little fucking tiny, like 25cc dirt bike thing.
All right, so this is Main Street here. Right down in that area on the far left-hand side is where the guy ended up getting shot. Like I said, I only did this video. All right, you know, like the street vendors have been stepping up their games at these events, but I don't know, like if I am out and about in a large crowd, if I want food that's this fancy, especially sitting out in the open air. Look at this. Look at this. This is like a full ass spread out in the open air with no sneeze guards, bugs. Florida is known for their bugs, by the way, people. Look at that. Just over. That woman's just spray talking into the food. Yeah, like I said, this is a little too heavy for me when it comes for event food. All right, so yes, creep shotting. Sorry, look at this chick. And I was wondering, it got me to thinking that, what do you think some of these women are actually like making during these event weeks? Like this chick right there. Like, I see. Oh, all right. So, all right. I know that I'm probably going to get struck down on this one too. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not going to get flagged. It's going to be bad. I know. I'm being careful. It shows nothing at all. Okay. I'm sorry. Look, you know what? Here, hold on. I will go through here. Hold on. I'm being careful. Hold on. There. You know what? I just will go past this. You can see I'm not going to show things jumping up and down. Anyways, this is more. Go ahead. I got rid of it. Sorry. All right. You know what? This is no fun. I can't even show this stuff. I might as well just go ahead and get out of here. No, I'm not getting out of here. Anyways, I did a great interview earlier today. I'm going to have this guy on again because Jordan Adler, you know, like I talk about being depressed. I talk about being down.
Back to the Tuddle.
Not
on my accounts, Jordan Adler. All right, guys, welcome back to the Tuddle Daily
Jordan.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tuddle Daily podcast. I'm looking forward to this next interview. I know I say that about all of them, and I know that probably doesn't sound.
He's a podcaster.
Sincere
and
when I say, "Oh, I'm looking forward."
The guy's
to my
got
next
one of
interview,
the best
personalities. I really am looking forward to this next
I've
one.
had an opportunity.
Jordan Adler is on with me. Jordan, man, how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Jordan, so before we get into
Jordan
Adler.
I know that
I
it's
think-
funny there. Let me get rid of this.
All right, guys, welcome
Background.
back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
I got it.
Sorry.
I'm looking forward to this next interview. I know I say that about all
Guys,
of them, and I know that it probably doesn't
I had the
sound
pot down.
sincere when I say,
Just
I'm looking forward
relax.
to my next interview. But
Jesus
I
Christ.
really am looking forward to this next
Anyways,
one.
I'm gonna let the
Jordan
interview speak for
Adler
itself
is on with
because-
me. Jordan, man, how
Yeah,
are you
what
today?
the hell is going on here? See, it's gone now. Anyways, here is the interview that I did with Jordan Adler. He is a podcaster out in Arizona. So this is my interview with Jordan. Yes, Russian Vortex. Sorry.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. I'm looking forward to this next interview. I know I say that about all of them, and I know that it probably doesn't sound sincere when I say, I'm looking forward to my next interview, but I really am looking forward to this next one. Jordan Adler is on with me. Jordan, man, how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Jordan, so before we get into the interview, where are you calling from, Jordan?
Arizona.
Arizona. What? It's got to
Yeah.
be pretty hot out there right now, right? I mean, that's the
Yeah.
one place. You look like a little bit of a pale guy like me as well too. So like you don't look like you do too well in the sun like myself.
No.
Even though I do tan up a little bit. Jordan, before we get into the interview, tell my audience a little bit about yourself because I really do find you a very fascinating person.
Well, that's two of us, I guess, which is good. Well, I don't think I'm very fascinating, but a lot of people do.
Hey, it is. So are you telling me my view and my opinion of you, Jordan, does not count? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it
But
does.
no.
It counts.
But Jordan, before we get into the interview, tell my audience how they can find out any of your content, find your content, how they can find you on social media, any of that stuff.
Okay, sure. So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jordan Adler J-Man, I believe. And my Facebook is Jordan Adler. I think it's all Jordan Adler J-Man. Because I recently changed it to it was Jordan Adler Host, and I changed it to Jordan Adler J-Man because there is another Jordan Adler that I was getting like confused and misplaced for being. So I had to change all my accounts to Jordan Adler J-Man. So you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Jordan Adler J-Man. And then
Jordan,
yeah.
I got a quick question. So how long have you been doing the podcast for, the content? What made you want to get started into putting out content? Why did you think? Because I think the same thing all the time, Jordan. Like, who wants to hear my annoying ass voice talk about stuff? But like, what was it that made you like, you know what? I need people need to hear Jordan's voice.
It actually happened like in 2011 was basically the first year that I wanted to do something with. I always loved music. So before the whole like podcast thing, I was like pretending. One day I pretended to be a radio DJ. I had my little laptop. I had this table. I had iTunes on. And I was pretending to be a DJ. I was announcing the songs and all that. And I said, hey, it'd be cool to be a radio DJ one day. And then like a year after that, my teacher says, hey, do you want to go to this tech school and learn all about radio broadcasting?
Wow.
I'm like, heck yeah, sign me up. Let's go. And like there's an invite only type of school. So you have to get invited to be there. And at first, I was just gonna go for the stop motion animation program because I really like all that. But then I went upstairs and saw the radio program. I'm like, wow, this is incredible.
What was it about radio, though,
it.
Jordan? What was it about doing because I've always had my opinions on this, is that it takes you have to be a better like actor voice wise, because you have to paint a picture for the audience. You're not relying on pictures and stuff, and you got to be a little bit more descriptive when you're describing something, correct?
Yep, every little detail.
Now, Jordan, have you served as an intern? Because I tell you right now, if I was on terrestrial radio right now and you called up and you were like, "Hey man, big fan of the show. I want to do some stuff." I would bring you in a heartbeat, Jordan. Where do you think some of your strong points are when it comes to the audio content that you're putting out there? Interviewing, hosting, doing man on the street type stuff. Like, what would it be?
Probably just hosting and interviewing. Lately, interviewing has been my strong suit, but hosting something, like put me in front of a camera or a microphone, and I'll go on for hours. But if a random person calls the home phone, I won't answer because I don't like talking to strangers on the phone. But if you put me in front of a microphone or this type of way, podcast way, I could talk for hours.
Hey Jordan,
makes no sense.
Who were some of the people like growing up? Because like I had radio people that I loved, like people that I was like, all right, I got to get into it. Like, who were some of the radio people you're like, all right, man, that's why I want to be in the business?
Casey Kasem.
Oh, Casey. Oh, no kidding.
Casey Kasem and Ryan Seacrest.
See,
I always wanted to be like Ryan Seacrest. Do everything.
Jordan, let me ask you this, okay? And I'm not one of those people, but why do you think Ryan Seacrest gets hate? Some people do hate on him.
I don't know.
I think he's the consummate professional. Like, he is just, if you want something hosted, you want it done right, and it's going to be seamless, it's going to look professional, you're going to go to Ryan Seacrest, right?
Yeah. Well, someone told me that once you get hate, then you're doing a good job.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. You haven't made it. You have not made it.
You have made it once you get hate.
But you remember when I don't know how old how old of a guy are you, Jordan?
I am 26.
26. See, like, the great thing about it, being as young as you are, getting into it, like, you've got your whole life ahead of you.
I've been doing this since 2011.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I got started in radio in 1999, like right out of high school. I got an internship. But do you remember when Ryan Seacrest first started American Idol? Remember the guy, Brian Dunkelman, that was with him? He had a partner. I don't know if you remember the first season. And I always felt bad for that guy because he was like on the same level as Seacrest, and then they got rid of him, and then Seacrest blew up to be this big, like, humongous guy.
Yeah. It happens,
What do you think of him on Kelly? Do you like him with Kelly Ripa at all, or do you just only listen to the radio show?
I mean, I think they get along very good. I think wherever he does, whoever he's with, he'll sound great with. So,
hey, all right,
I don't know. I can't complain. He's great at whatever he does.
On the line with me right now is Jordan Adler. Jordan, before I get into my next question, tell my audience once again how they can check out your podcast.
My podcast, which is called the Talkcast, you can search for it on Anchor, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, wherever you can find your podcast at. Just search for the Talkcast, or you can go to anchor.fm/the Talkcast. You can find everything there.
Hey, so Jordan, give me an idea, maybe in the last 2 weeks, what are some of the topics that you have been talking about on your show?
The last 2 weeks,
Or it doesn't have to be the last 2 weeks, but just give me an idea of some of the things that you like discussing on your show.
I like to be raw and genuine. Like, I love being raw.
Now, you bring up
so
raw.
I talk about anything, everything.
I was seeing in your bio, it said something about fetishes. Like, is that
yeah.
All right? So, like, now is the fetishes that in your bio, is that the type of stuff like most people would think of? Give me an idea of what you mean by when you talk about your fetishes.
There are like two podcast episodes about my fetishes that they can listen to. But my fetishes, I think mine are like the basic ones.
What, like most guys,
like most guys, they like feet.
Oh,
they like
so wait. So
boobs.
Wait.
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself a foot guy? Like, I mean, I'm
not
judging, but okay. So,
yeah.
Help me understand this, Jordan. Like, what is it about the feet? Like, like we just talked about this being descriptive, describing, what is in your mind. Like, describe to me, like, what is it about feet? Like, what is it that you like? And don't forget, like, we can talk about anything on here. Like, you don't have to edit yourself.
Cool.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me,
mm-hmm.
I always like, girls that have really nice feet, but they have like they take really good care of their feet.
Well, like getting pedicures,
they put pedicures and
getting the skin, like, the dead skin, like rubbed off of it.
Calluses, like get all that calluses off.
Now, do you prefer a bigger foot, a smaller foot, a skinny foot, a wider foot? Like, what is your like wheelhouse?
Like
wide
thick?
Foot? Yeah. Do you like it thick? You like it thick?
Yeah,
you like a little bit
thick.
On.
Now, I like thick and wide. Yeah, and long.
So you like it? So like, what size? Like, if I said, all right, Jordan, size. What is your ideal size when it comes to length? When it comes to a woman's foot?
Probably 11.
11. Wow.
Yeah, around 10.
Have you? I mean, has it changed through the years, or like has it always been like in that 11 wheelhouse?
I mean, not really. I don't think. I think it has. It hasn't really changed. No.
Oh, all right. So you're a man that knows what he likes. Now, wide, like, now is some people I could imagine like would be into wider feet. Like, is that a thing as well too, or do people really not like pay attention to the width of the feet?
I think if you have like a foot fetish, I think all aspects of the foot fetish count. So anybody can have, their own type of fetish, a foot fetish thing.
And Jordan, look, I don't want you to think like look, I have my weird things that I like, okay? And like I don't judge people because, like, all right, here, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, okay? I'm not into like a toilet fetish, but like right where the women's hips are when they're sitting on a toilet, you get that little crease where the leg attaches to the abdomen. That is like, that's like one of my fetishes. Like, I love it. It's not the act of sitting on a toilet. It's just
the look.
I like that. Yeah, I just like that little sign there. All right, on with me right now is Jordan. Now, Jordan, for my audience that don't know a lot about you, you have had some setbacks in your life and stuff, and the reason I wanted to talk to you is like, because Jordan, I was in a mental institution for 11 days. I was dealing with depression and stuff like that. And on with me right now is Jordan. Now, Jordan, for my audience that don't know a lot about you, you have had some setbacks in your life and like, how was that with your dad coming back into your life? Like, did you have some resentment? Like, where have you been? or like
is just really good. Like we bond. So good now. He supports me at everything I do. We don't fight like brothers, and we don't fight like brothers anymore.
How's your guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's fine now, right? I know. Jesus Christ Almighty, man. Guys, look, I'm still like, I'm still trying to get all this figured out here. So let me see. This is the first time I've had that problem. I know it's stupid, man. Like, I'm learning out like how everything.
Welcome back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
To start
Three.
Yeah,
because
it's
like
now. Son of a bitch. I know. It's all messing up. And I'm really pissed about that. Jordan, I'm so sorry. You know what? Hold on. Give me 1 second here. I might be able to fix this. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to, let me see. Oh, no. Guys, I know this is not very like professional at all. It's not professional at all. That's the one I want. Let me see if I can just play it straight from. Oh, come on, man. All right, guys. So 407-270-3044. You are actually watching the Tuddle Daily Podcast right now. I am trying to get all this stuff set up while I'm trying to do this. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I got it. Give me a second, guys. I'll be able to get this. Give me a second. I'm just going to play it straight from the thing there. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, I don't know, like, if I can even do that. Let me see here. Yeah, save that. All right. I know, like I said, this is very, very, very unprofessional. Let's see if I can actually, I don't even know if I can play it straight from the thing. I don't even know if I can. If I can't, then I can't. And then I'll have to just move on. I just want to see here, guys. I do apologize. Give me a second here.
I don't need my... All right. Hey, Jordan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you
so hold on, guys.
This big grand introduction, and then I'm going to give you the floor to be able to promote.
I apologize. Guys, just give me a second. Here we go. I got it. All right, please stop texting me. Jesus Christ. If I'm doing the show and you're texting me, and I know that's whatever. Anyways, I know that people are dropping off. Anyways, I got it here. I got it. I'm going to be able to make this work on the fly last minute because I think it was a good interview. Sorry.
All your content and stuff.
But I love being genuine. I love being, raw and talk about wherever I want to talk about.
But do you think that came about as kind of like a defense mechanism, though? Kind of like, you probably weren't like that all your life, but at the same time, I could see you like, all right, I just got to be myself and not care about what people really think.
Yep. That's exactly why once I started my podcast, it was that outlet that I needed to get everything out. All my worries out. Yeah.
Jordan, so like doing the podcast and stuff, like look, I was a late bloomer. I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 20 years old. Like
I still got mine.
Oh, you still, but I see, yeah. I think it's going to happen for you, man, because like telling you right now, I think with your personality and
I got to find the right girl first.
Yeah. I mean, like, can I ask you this though? Like, and I'm not going to judge you, but like, would you rather it just get over with or be with somebody that you have a connection with?
Maybe I have like a kind of connection with.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost went the other way with this one girl.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Man, so like
she was buying her plane ticket. She was about to come too.
How did you meet her? How did that happen?
Online.
Well, yeah, I love Jordan.
She was this Army girl.
Oh, dude, like you need to go after that. Jordan, listen, I like you. And if you need me to like do any of the legwork and make sure that it's on the up and up, because I don't want to see you get taken advantage of at all. I ended up, and I know this is a scheme, Jordan, and I want to ask you about this. Okay. You know how you get all these text messages that are like trying to sell you stuff, spam texts and calls and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got this one.
Oh,
right,
I forgot.
I got this at
151,
like right before you were about to see. I mean, I'll even send it to you. And Jordan, I want to exchange contact info because I want to definitely have you on again. But I got a text from a local number, my area code 386. It says, "Hey, did you still want to get freaky later?" Okay. Now I admit I was like, now I'm not okay. So I'm going to block the number, but here, watch this. I'll block the number, but you can see the chick. That's the chick. That's the supposed picture she sent.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Pretty.
So I already knew that this was like all set up, Jordan, but I wrote, "Who's this?" Like, yeah, I am, because she was talking about getting freaky later. And she wrote, "Oh, fuck. I guess I took down the wrong number at the game. Haven't been to any sporting events in quite some time.
Yeah,
I am still down for a long night if you are," with the letter U, letter R, question mark. And I wrote, "Yes, of course." Okay. Now I can't show you the next picture, Jordan, because of platforms I'm on, but he wrote, "I'm sure you are sexy, but could I get a pic? I'll send you a few more." And I sent her a good one. And she wrote back, "And you're single? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Ha, I don't buy it. Like, oh, I'm so hot. Like, she can't believe that I'm single."
Wow.
So what I'm thinking about when I get done with this interview, Jordan, is I'm going to call her and see, just see if it happens. Like I do stupid stuff like that, Jordan. I'm sure you'd like me. You do stuff just to amuse yourself.
Yeah, I do some stupid stuff, and I do get those texts often too. I got one the other day. It said, "Is this?" They basically. I must be stuttering. Sorry. It happens. It don't happen when I'm on the radio. I don't start on the radio.
So what you're saying is that they were reaching out to you and they were trying to set the hook on you, and you just weren't having it.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of confused of who it was because a lot of people, some of my friends do play pranks on me sometimes. With like one of my friends at school, did a whole catfish prank on me. It was stupid.
Well, Jordan, let me know now because I will fly out to Arizona and I will beat the shit out of anybody that wants to mess with you. Okay. She just sent me another text, Jordan. It says, "I feel like I would make sure you finish your night on a satisfying note. Have you ever dreamed about the world's nastiest blowjob? I'm sure your fantasy, So, like, I try to keep things as PG as I can, because I'm on some formats, and it's kind of screws up with the money and stuff.
I've had some wet dreams in my day.
Oh, you have? Like, it's been a while. Like, I'm 42. I think the last one I had
42. No way.
42. Yeah, I'm 42.
No way.
Yeah, I am, buddy. I
was said like 30 something, 30 or 29.
Jordan, me and you are going to be really, really good friends. I can tell you.
No way you're 40. No way.
But Jordan, I had one, man, and it kind of does clean out the pipes, but man, it's kind of embarrassing you know, because it happened to me when I was staying, like visiting my parents and stuff. And I just like, I blasted on the pull-out couch, and it just like, I know, man. Well, Jordan, man, like I really, hopefully you enjoyed this interview as well too. I definitely want to get you on again, and maybe I can get you on once a week. How about this, Jordan?
That sounds great.
I'm gonna throw it out here, okay? I want you like we can work around your schedule. I'll have my producer reach out to you, but I want to do like a weekend review of some of the biggest news stories and let you pick out the news stories. I don't want to know what they are. Just have you on. You can like ambush me with the stories and we can kind of talk it. Like I'm going to give you the hosting abilities for like 10, 15 minutes to be able to host it and talk about news. And I can sit there and discuss with you. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
We can probably do like prank calls and stuff like that too.
I'm down to do that. Jordan, before we go, tell my audience once again how they can check out your content.
I am everywhere. So just type in Jordan Adler J-Man. Just Google Jordan Adler J-Man. And this whole like wiki page will pop up with everything about me.
Wait, you have a Wikipedia page? Look.
No, not an official Wikipedia page. It's just
I've always wanted to have the official Wikipedia page. Nobody.
Just these people that I don't know who they are. I think they're fans of my podcast, but they put all my personal stuff on here. They put all my career stuff.
Oh, dude,
they have every little detail about my life on this wiki page.
Jordan, you're getting doxxed, man. Getting doxxed is a good thing because that means people are interested.
But they reached out to me on Tumblr of all places, and they said they want me to be as raw as I can be and leave everything up.
Dude, you need to be Eddie Murphy type raw. You need to be coming in there and just saying whatever and anything that's on your mind, Jordan. All right, Jordan, listen.
So buddy. So Jordan Adler J-Man everywhere.
Jordan, I'm being honest with you. I'm being upfront with you. Like, I know that you're going to be a future star, and I'm trying to hitch myself to your star. What do you eat? All right, Jordan. That is Jordan Adler. Jordan, man. I had a great time speaking with you. Need to put my picture up there. Come on, there we go. Jordan, man, I'm going to be like in touch with you because I really think Jordan is a hell of a hand, and I would like to start using Jordan in any way or whatever he would like to do with the show. So during that interview, I did get a that was not made up. I really did. It was from a 386 number, and I was thinking that it was probably because of Bike Week, you know, a lot of people. But here, hold on, I'm gonna cover up the number again. But that is, hold on. Ooh, nope, I just showed the damn thing, I think. Anyways, hold on. That is the chick. That is the catfish picture. There we go. Now it's all like, there we go. Here we go. So I ended up getting this. I said, so at 1:51 today, I did get a text. It said, hey, did you still want to get freaky later? ? And that's a picture. And I wrote, I knew exactly what this was about. I'm going to call it. I got it, Vulture. I'm going to. But she wrote, and I knew exactly what this was. I knew like it had to be like some scam or whatever. But I wrote back. I was like, who's this? This is the first thing I thought of. I was like, all right, this could be some content. Said, who's this? And then I said, but yeah, I am, you know, down to her question about getting freaky later. She wrote, oh, fuck! ! I guess I took down the wrong number at the game. By the way, I have, like I said in the interview, I have not been to a sporting event in quite some time. I think the last sporting event I went to was the University of Florida football game against UCF. But she wrote, it was like, OF, I guess I took down the wrong number at the game. I am still down for a long night if you are. No, not iMessage. This is through regular text. And then I wrote back. I just said yes. I said, yeah. She wrote back, I'm sure you're sexy, but could I get a pic? I'll send you a few more. No, I know that, but I gotta tell you, like, she had a long list, and I gotta send this to Vulture. See, let him look at the picture she sent, because if this is her, sign me up. And then she wrote back after I sent her this one pic. I sent her one pic, and she wrote back, you know, kind of like shocked. And you're single? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Haha, I don't buy it, you know. So she is like trying to like build up my ego. But then she had wrote like, I look much better in person. Are you at home? And then she wrote back, the last thing she had texted was, I feel like I would make sure you finish your night on a satisfying note. Have you ever dreamed about the world's nastiest BJ? Okay, hold on. No, I'm gonna call it. I mean, Vulture. Like, I was just gonna call it from. I was just gonna call it from the Google Voice. I mean, they can't check that or trace that back, right? Like, if I send that or I call them from Google Voice, like, will it be? I'm sending you the screenshot. All right, so let's call this bitch up. Sorry, I don't even know if it's a chick, but hold on. Enter in a number. Let me see here. It's a 386 number, but I ain't giving out any other ones from that because, you know, people could be like stealing phone numbers. All right, here we go. And here we go. I forgot to ask her what her name. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Google Voice.
The person you are calling is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone.
Here we go. Hey, is this the sexy redhead that texted me earlier? Like, I'm done. You said that you could make sure that all my nastiest fantasies were met. And I kind of want to see if that's true, or like you're just talking big game. I shouldn't have to give my phone number out, but like, if you could give me a call back, like, I mean, I can go about this in the right way. Like, I'm not going to let feelings get involved here. Kind of like your under the boob tattoos you have, if that is your picture. But if you could give me a call back, like, let's do this thing. Like, I got connections over here. You need some party favors? Let's do this. Let's stop BSing about this and let's get it going. Talk to you soon. I got people texting me. Oh, look. All right, so I know that these are like all like computer generated like AI. Want a video? Because I was just texting. And I was like, what's your name? Who should I ask for? And they reply, want a video call for a bit? You won't even see it coming. By the time you see me on the screen, your D will be sky high and begging to COME feel. Like, all right, so what should I? All right, so look, let's do this right now. Let's do some choose your own adventure stuff, okay? What should I reply to this person? Because, you know, like I'm sure that it is a dude. I know that it is a dude, but what should I reply? Want a video call for a bit? You won't even see it coming. By the time you see me on the screen, your will be sky high. Vulture, please. Like, if if they're really wanting the video chat, like, see, I can't put that on live. Like, Vulture, can I call you after this? No, I don't know. It's not free, but what I'm trying to say, though, is like, I can't trust them not to put up something that's not going to get me banned from any of the platforms that I'm on. So can we maybe set this to record it? Because I can't take the chance of putting like this on live streaming. I just can't do it. But, you know, did you check that out at all, Vulture? Because I did send you the number and stuff. I know that, like, you got some Black Ops type shit that you could figure out. You know, oh, here, hold on. There's also somebody else that I wanted to call here. I remember last week how I talked about, I got an email about somebody wanting to be an intern for the Tuddle Daily podcast. And I'm not going to treat interns like crap. Like, I have always believed that you need to pay it forward. And that's what I want to do. But I want to see if he'll answer. I know he's out, like, Uber driving right now.
Please leave your message for 3.
Whoa. Damn it. He's out Uber driving. Anyways. Yeah, I know it is a scam. Anyways, I do have that intern. Like, also, I got a lot of different social media platforms that I'm trying to keep up with. But I would like to find somebody that knows Reddit or would be willing to be the official, like, controller. Like, I will give you my Reddit login. Like, you be the controller of all the content on my Reddit page. Oh, he is. Okay. Nah, I'm here, but listening. Big Trees. Text me when you're done with work. I want to talk to you about getting you on, because I do have some ideas. But if there's anybody that would like to be the controller of the Tuddle Daily Podcast official Reddit forum, please let me know. You can say that in the chat room, or you can email me, Tuddle, TUDDLE @gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Because I really do want to get, like, a good following on Reddit. So if there's somebody out there that loves being on Reddit that would like to do stuff, I would definitely love to actually have you take care of the Tuddle Daily Podcast Reddit page. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so I'm just getting to some of my videos here. I got Baby Harvick leaving me. I wanted to actually talk about this one. You know, I'm a big history buff, and this will be the last thing that I.
Two-time USA gold medalist.
Boom, 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 boom. So back in World War I, not a lot of people realize this, but World War I, Franz Ferdinand. I know a lot of people like the band Franz Ferdinand. But this dude, he ended up getting killed, and it ended up starting World War I. But I really do think we found our Franz Ferdinand when it comes to World War III. And it could be this Brittany Griner chick who is a WNBA player. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be so irritated if World War III starts because of a goddamn WNBA player.
WNBA player and two-time USA gold medalist Brittany Griner is detained in Russia for allegedly having vape cartridges in her luggage at the Moscow airport.
All right, so let's be honest here. Let's not act like the Russians aren't smoking weed. You know, the Russians, they are dabbing, they're hitting shatter, they are eating edibles, they are doing everything that I just mentioned. The Russians are definitely hitting the THC. And now we are going to threaten a WNBA player, an African-American WNBA player with 10 or more years worth of jail time for having a THC vape pen. I know that you got to be smart when you go to these other countries and stuff. But come on, we all know, I know that this is all because of the conflict that's going on right now. This is all that this is. And Americans don't like it when they see another American like being held against their will. I actually think that this player was like detained for like 4 or 5 days before anybody even knew that she was being detained. And I also would not be shocked, and I know that I can't go out on a limb, and I because of misinformation and stuff. This is not me stating anything for a fact. This is just my opinion, and my opinion only. They planted that stuff on her. And do you think Vlad Putin is gonna like? I don't know. Maybe he is. You know, a lot of people that have these big egos and stuff, they will start lashing out. They will start lashing out at anything and everything. And I could see where like he's looking for any little bitty mess up on our part to make us pay for it. And this is exactly what he's doing. Hey, Russia, did you see what Black Lives Matter did to the United States last year? And look, I get it. Like I am never for defunding the police, but there's a few bad apples in every organization. But like I saw what Black Lives Matter was able to do. Could you imagine like if Vladimir Putin was like basically standing up, poking BLM right in the chest, kind of trolling Black Lives Matter? Ooh, man. Ooh, could you imagine? Like Vlad does not want to piss off just the Bible Belt and the white Christian Americans, but if you start going after the BLM people over some THC vapes, yeah. You're asking for trouble, Vlad. I'm just saying, man, this is a bad promotional campaign that you got going on for yourself right now. I don't know. And I like I said, I don't even feel comfortable talking about it. So that's why I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody that tuned in to tonight's show. If you're listening to the audio version of the podcast and you would like to catch us live, you can easily do that. The Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream starts Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. That's the window. I think I've gotten about an hour and a half in. I haven't done the whole 2 hours, but it's in that window of 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody that tunes in, all the people that have donated money and stuff to the cause. Can't thank you enough. If you don't want to donate financially, you can easily do that. You can go and tell your friends, family, loved ones, like, hey, guess what? I listened to this kick-ass podcast, the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Oh, yeah, it's on 6 to 8, but I mean, if you don't catch it 6 to 8, the audio part of it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app, iTunes. It's everywhere. Podomatic, 315live.com. Just make sure you check it out. Just search Tuddle. Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle. If you guys want to keep in touch with me, you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Or you can actually leave me a email, Tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle@gmail.com. All right, guys, going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and I will talk